咁跟住我哋就係討論部分啦。咁我就想先睇下台，大家都聽咗4位講者，分別從一個大學，或者係從一個創作者，或者係從一個社會教育，或者係從一個喺另外一個文化嘅一個文化教育體系裏邊講佢哋睇跨文化呢樣嘢。咁我睇下在座有咩朋友有咩意見，或者有啲問題想問佢哋嘅。
我有一个问题想问李老师，你刚才说北京大学一个教授他描述一个现象，就是现在中国 produce a generation of 利己主义者，那么这个是好像是政治对教育的侵犯的一个结果。你看来在中国有没有空间，在里面那个教育者能够反抗，或者是 overcome 这样的侵犯？
教育者要反抗，我觉得比较困难了，因为他这套体系的形成，实际上是从49年到现在60多年的时间，这套体系是非常坚固的了。其实，在教育的改革，其实改革开放30年一直在做，前15年就在有个很大的改革，但是后来政府其实政府已经非常明确的谈过，教育改革是失败的，就是在10年以前的那个改革是失败的。它有几个失败是政府非常就是怎么讲承认了的啊，教育改革失败的，医疗改革失败的。这个是自己已经意识到了，所以现在在修正，但是修正呢有多大的力度，有多大的体系上面的改变，现在可能还没有见到。尤其是这些10几年，这个经济更加的突飞猛进以后，其实问题更严重了。所以它的问题不仅仅是一个体制、一个政治的问题，还有全民对待经济这个发展。对待未来生活的认识，实际上是出现了问题。所以说，他真正教育面对的问题是不仅仅是政治，而还有经济，还有全民，就是对待教育、对待政治、对待经济发展的一个态度。为什么说现在是所有人都很忙，所有人都要去挣钱，全民都在挣钱的时候了？所以它就出现问题了，所以它实际上是不仅仅是一个政治的问题。当然，怎么去改变这个问题？当然，需要因为中国是需要，其实要改也很容易啊。文革，毛主席一张大字报就文革了，其实很快很容易。但是呢，这个需要动，但是怎么动到多大力度？就政治上要有多大的这个变化和力度，这个比较难怎么讲？难预料。
The question about politics and education, how about in Switzerland? Do you have how can you convince your government allow you to go outside? Is it a political reason behind that, or is there?
Yeah, sure it is. We are privileged that we don't have to convince our government in what we're doing. It's a question of money. But like in our system, it's like if we have a global budget we get every year, and if we don't need the money for teaching and learning and research, we can use it for other topics like building a branch somewhere else. It's still connected to our learning and teaching goals and assignment. But it's not regulated by the government. As long as we don't need more money and ask for more money for engagement worldwide, they don't care.
But then how are you going to assess, because you have just started this cross-culture experiment in education, how are you going to assess the result? Or
yeah, I mean the main thing is to bring it back to our home curriculums. It's not, and that's the main assessment. It has to become part of our curricula offers at home. As long as it's only exploration or things like that, it won't last very long. We can't afford to keep on investing in these contacts. Like Hong Kong, we invested a lot of money for the first 3 years that this program is running, but now it has to become part of the curricula of the departments in Zurich. And they have to finance this, this special arrangement through the money they have for their teaching programs. Is that understandable? But it's not a political issue. And as far as I know, we never were in some ways kind of controlled what we are doing abroad. The only thing which is a major topic in Switzerland is though we have 1/3 foreigners in Switzerland, we are always asked how many Swiss students are studying at the University of the Arts. And we have to prove that it's much more Swiss students than foreign students, and that's stupid. Like in music or in theater, there's lots of, it's necessary, or in dance, it's necessary to stay connected to the international world and to bring students from all over the world.
Plans, like just Ada mentioned about that.
It's very funny. I was
is it possible to you recruit local student, or a Hong Kong student or student from Taiwan, from China, of your program? Is it possible in the future?
It should be possible, yes.
Yeah.
We are trying to, but it's very funny. I was in San Francisco 2 months ago, and I visited Minerva University, and I was always was also very impressed about their approach. And I was talking to the students before. It's funny about this experience, and what I found most exhilarating is that there are no classrooms anymore. It's a school without classrooms. And what does that mean? And like another example is, sorry, I just have to tell, Stanford University is also very nervous about new approaches concerning education. And they have this open loop university. I don't know if you heard of that. And they also don't rely anymore on our approach that there has to be classes, 3-year education, and then everybody is ready to follow a professional path. Open Loop University is, you can study there for 20 years or so, and you can stop studying, do your professional work, go on studying again. It's like loops. You are able to choose. And these models are very interesting concerning the question, what is education in terms of connected to society, to social life, to political and other circumstances. We are a close monastery kind of, and so we have to open our doors and open our systems, I think.
也许我回应一下刚才那个问题啊，这个我想，其实中国领导人他们自己也承认，教育改革失败，这个是好事，是吧？这个是好事，等于他们知道教育要改革，同时他们失败了，他们希望有更好的教育，更好的教育效果。那目前呢，假如我们把所有东西都跟这个体制连在一起呢？当然，这个联系肯定是存在的，同时很重要，是不是？但是，假如我们这样子的话呢，就觉得真的很悲惨的了，是不是？因为这个体制，这个什么是这个目前我们只能把它当成是个存在，是吧？它就是一个存在的状态嘛，是不是？所以就是这个体制不动，或者它还没有很大的改变之前。那我们要怎么办呢？就是这样子，是吧？那我觉得呢，其实也不用那么悲观。当然问题不少，应该说问题肯定是不少。但是过去好像刚才李老师说，就是因为我们国家那个经济的蓬勃发展啊，尽管有很多问题，但是还是蓬勃发展了。这个民间的资源真的是多了很多了，是不是啊？那民间多了很多时候呢，其实是大家有自由的嘞。是有空间的嘞，是不是啊？所以这个我觉得只要我们 懂得用好一丁点这个自由，懂多一点点就好了，也不需要全懂，是吧？已经很不错了。也不一定要跑到国外去，当然有不少也跑到国外去，是不是啊？但是就在家里头，其实也有很多事情也可以做的。这包括老师们嘛，也不一定要五斗米折腰，就折一点好了，是不是啊？偶尔折一折，就这样就是行了。我觉得还是可以有很大的空间。其实我自己，我在香港教学，我也跟很多内地的教育界的朋友，其实都看到他们也在尽心尽力的。在自己小范围里头做很多的事情，我觉得还是有很多的空间可以做，而不用被人家抓去坐牢的。这其实还是很多空间。还有这个来到香港求学的同学们啊，其实不是因为我们这几年我们自己闹矛盾啊，这个闹得红红火火，这所以也是我们自己要解决的一个问题。不然的话呢，其实我倒是很希望我们多一点吸收内地的学生。因为这个香港的教育环境还是蛮不错的。OK， 我们这个还是可以做到海纳四川，这个国际化我们其实基本上的动作已经做得很好了。我敢说比欧洲的、比美国的都要好。因为其实他们这个本土化很强的，我们其实本土现在我是倒过来了。我其实这几年我跟我们的学校说，我们本土化不够了，尤其是老师跟某些领域呢，我们本土的人太少了，太少本土的老师呢，会影响我们的研究的教学的，会影响的。OK， 也会让我们的象牙塔里头的教育了，跟我们本地的发展呢，会有些脱节这个，所以其实是我们这个老师群队啦，我们是要加强本土的力量。所以这个反过来说，等于说我们国际化做得很成功，我们做得很成功。这个内地来的学生呢，尤其是来读本科的，我自己看到，尤其是我自己的学生呢，看到他们很不一样嘞，真的很不一样。所以就是其实我蛮欢迎呢。在香港这个土地，我们也可以做很多的事情。当然，在内地其实也，我觉得存在很多的空间的。
是，因为现在确实是也有一些所谓的民营经济开始关注教育。所以我现在下面要在成都做了一个项目，就是完全是和政府资金没有任何关系，完全是民营资金来投入到这个体系当中。所以，那么在这个体系当中，就像您刚才所讲的，确实是有一些空间。所以说，为什么说我现在要开始做这个工作，就是在离开体制以外的这个空间里面，你怎么去做点对未来有用的事情？为什么说一直要坚持对未来有用呢？因为我们现在就是整个教育体系所形成的一代一代的那个意识、那种观念，它已经逐渐形成了。你要有一些改变，或者有一些更大的一些发展，你必须从小做起，就从很小。我说为什么我那个设计当中是从3岁开始建立起他们对文化、对艺术、对各个门类的那种天性的解放，他们的那种兴趣和审美的那种改变。所以其实是现在是有空间的，就是在体制以外怎么去找到你那一点点那个空间吧，现在是可以有这种可能性的。
Okay, thank you. I was very struck by 我特别李先生的提的，就是你提有2点，我觉得非常就是很深刻的一个影响。一个就是说，这种跨文化的概念实际上是第一是很复杂，第二是很普遍的。甚至上可以说是不是现在的一个概念，而且是几千年的，就可以说从人类的一开始的历史就是跨文化的过程。就中国的5000年前就去非洲与所有的这种 exchange 都是很几千年的 ，so that was very important， 就是把这个概念不是一个现代的突然发出来的。但是现在讲这2个概念，一个就是创意教育，另外一个概念就是这个跨文化的概念。2个概念其中实际上包括一个前提，还有包括一种的这个 assumption， 对吧？还有包括一种价值观。 所以创意教育 and 跨文化这个概念，两个都包括这两个价值：自由、多元化、尊重个人性格。因为今天我们就是刚刚讨论的，就是cross cultural， 是 apples and oranges， 是一种苹果茶句子把它混起来。So if you say cultural cross cultural discipline， 就是好像是您说的就是 like saying cross cultural is cross cultural discipline， 就是 like theater and performance and that's cross cultural。那 I think 那个也是对的，因为like 法律，我是一个律师，所以法律的文化、法律的语言、法律的基本的开始是完全是一个文化。如果你把法律的学生一起跟一些 theater 或是舞蹈的学生把他们放在一起，也是一种跨文化的，因为文化语言都是不一样的。但是我的意思是说，这种创意教育为谁 ？For who? Who is this creative education for? This kind of cross-cultural process, who is it for? What is your idea about the dissemination of this process? So 如果你有一个非常实验的一种很有意思的一个项目，或是一个学校，或是一个100人，或是70个人，或是20个学生，或是1000的学生 ，that's a very small number. So I want to ask, what is the vision if we want to have creative education? Is it for an elite small number? Or do you think we start with a small number, but it will spread? Will it spread? And how will it spread structurally as a process? So I think it's really important that these are exciting, interesting ideas for a small, special group of people. But for a whole society, Hong Kong, 7 million people. How are we going to reach 7 million? Zurich, 9 million. How are we going to reach 9 million, not in Zurich, but in the country, in Switzerland? Yes. So China, 1.4 billion people. How are we going to do that? And I think my colleague Mi Ling's question, China, 教育体制内现在根本多元化、自由这种价值观不是接受的，所以也不能说是中国文化，这是共产党文化，而且只有60多年的文化的历史。So I just wanted to complicate it a little bit. Who is this for? Who is this education for? It's the future of whom? Whose education? Whose future? Because if we don't care about all the children, we will have very limited results. We need to care about thinking about what is the future for all the children, the future for not just the privileged children or the special children. Yeah?
谢谢。我觉得这个问题特别有意思，是不仅仅是一小撮，它是一个未来，关系到未来。关系到未来呢，我个人认为它是有2个部分。第一个部分就是所谓的专业人士，是吧？就是比如说你是学表演的，你是学舞蹈的，你是学绘画的，你是学电影的，或者说你是写小说的，就你这些在艺术领域的专业人士，你具有了这种跨文化的意识和思想，并且是你去找到符合属于自己的方法，那么你的人自然在创作过程当中，你肯定就会有进步，啊，这个是指一种类型，另外一种类型就是您刚才讲到的，怎么去把这个给更普及、更大众化。但这个我是觉得是这个要实现的一个远景啊，它实际上是一种生活方式。如果说更多的人建立起了这种意识，比如说你说律师，那好了，你来进行一些表演的训练，那么你对戏剧有感觉、有感受，那么你经常能够进剧场。无疑的对你的生活品质是一个提高，实际上是你通过这种方式，这种或者说叫这种教育、这种学习带来的是你自我的生活品质的提高。那么其实这个是真正未来的一个远景， 你在一个专业领域的这个我觉得还容易能够去掌握去把控，对吧？比如我们一次一次办班，一次去培养它，但是怎么把这个东西更扩展到一个更大的领域？所以说，其实这里面是从方法上来讲的话，其实剧场本身就是一个很好的扩散，对吧？能够进剧场来看戏，能够进剧场来和舞台去产生交流，而对于一个普通的观众来讲，实际上他就是在去寻找到一个更有意义的一种生活方式。那么，其实走进剧场就是一种去实践这种跨文化的这种交流，或者学习，或者这种教育的一个非常好的方式。所以说，其实我现在对互联网深恶痛绝。为什么？它完全隔绝了人和人的交流。现在唯一的一个公共空间就是剧场，我们可以面对面的交流，可以心和心的碰撞，只有这个剧场。所以说，在北京我排戏的时候，给他们演员举个例子，我说你们现在还能够体会什么叫谈恋爱吗？你现在去谈恋爱，两个人好不容易约到去谈恋爱，然后叫了菜，然后拿照片相机拍完以后发朋友圈啊，在这点赞，在这说话，哎，吃啊，你吃一个，俩人在这谈恋爱吗？
对，
根本不是，所以更谈不上要写情书了，你知道吧？所以说，其实是这个互联网带来了很多，就是隔绝了人和人之间的这种交流，但是剧场唯一的一个公共空间可以这么交流的。所以说，为什么说一定要发展剧场？实际上就是要找回来人和人的交流。其实人和人的交流是这个社会正常发展、良性发展、和谐发展最重要的空间。所以说，那么这个是一个去产生刚才您讲到的这个推广大众化的一个方式。另外就是教育，就是办学。那么体制内的教育解决不了这个问题，我们从体制外来改变。所以说，为什么说我这些年在实际上是在荣老师的这个鞭策，荣老师的这个感召下面，因为他这些年一直在注意教育。因为我们接触的时候，这个老同志为什么老注意教育啊？就慢慢去研究，其实它的非常重要性，这种执着，这种重要性在哪儿？所以说才有后来我们要去做这种大量的社会教育。所以说就从小学到中学，其实刚才我讲的那点非常重要，就是所谓的工作白领阶层、蓝领阶层，他们再回到来，实际上是另外一个剧场，另外一个空间，去交流、去互动、去产生一些所谓的这种跨文化的这种或者叫学习吧。或者是这种交流吧。另外就是刚才我提了非常重要，现在中国进入老龄化，这个是一个非常严重的一个问题。但是就像你说，如果说这些问题通过一些社会化的一些机构、一些然后来都在做这个事情，那么可能就会使真正的这种跨文化带来的结果是什么呢？其实我们的生活方式改变了，我们的生活品质改变了。当生活方式和生活品质改变了以后，人和人的关系就改变了。人和人的关系一改变以后，这个社会就是我们现在我们党要求的和谐社会就出现了。
My name is Joseph, and I am from Hong Kong Academy of Performing Arts. Thank you, first of all, for your fascinating sharing, and I applaud each one of you for the efforts that you are making within your own spheres of influence to promote this. The idea of cross-cultural education or otherwise is really something that has been on the table for a very long time. And I just want to point out that, for example, diversity itself, in academia in the last 20, 30, 40, whichever X number of years has been looked at as being a melting pot, being a salad bowl, intercultural, intertextual, cross-cultural. These are all different words that are being used to discuss this exchange of culture and what happens at the borders, at the junction between two cultures. So the intercultural exchange happens in that dialogue between two people who are different, who see themselves as us and the other. So the other can be anybody who is not us. So this is very fascinating that this is happening here. and really it is happening all over the world. And in experiments of the art, cross-cultural productions of Peter Brook's Mahabharata with all its problems, but also all its fascinating successes, have been staged for decades. And I think it's good for all of us to be aware of, for example, the University of California in the 90s had a center for intercultural performance, very specifically looking at these exchanges and what happens. Dialogue, I think, is critical. And it could be that we become very harmonious and wonderful, but it could be that there are clashes. And it's at the clashes that we learn to understand each other, and I think that is really critical. I'm a little bit worried about what one of the presenters talked about, a single set of rules for the games of education, because we are talking about individuals who go to school and every single one of them is different. Now, in all our wonderful discussion about education and the performing arts, I like to draw on, my question is, very recently was released what they call the PISA, the Program of Student Assessment and Evaluation, that was conducted by the Organization for Economic and Corporate Development, which is a global test for education. But they only test them in science, mathematics, and language. And this is a global test, and mind you, Hong Kong ranks very high up, number 2 if I'm not mistaken, after Singapore. So for me, that is a big issue, because we are not looking at what Sir Ken Robinson talks about education. We're not looking at Howard Gardner's multiple intelligences. We're not looking at Aristotle. We're not looking at so many different people. So the tests for education remain very conventionally mathematics, science, and language. And so we are here talking about a very small, privileged group of people. But how can we take education and make people understand that the arts and music and dance and theater is an equally valid intelligence? So that would be my question to the four, whoever wishes to address it. Thank you.
Thank you for this question. As a supervisor of a school that calls itself the School of Creativity, I am always asked this question. And lately, my answer would be a bit like this. We have read numerous articles on, the fourth industrial revolution, and the digital age is coming, and very soon artificial intelligence is here, and robots could serve as old people's companions, and these robots could remind the old lady to take the pills, medicine, and so there's really no need for people. And then I read another article about that in the year 2030, about half of these jobs that we see now will be disappeared, and especially jobs that are, white-collar, clerical jobs, they will all be automated and they will all be done by machines. But a lot of articles have also substantiated, and they said that now what are the jobs that would never be replaced by artificial intelligence? Those are jobs that are creativity related. So those are jobs such as, a theater director. So Danny, you'd never be replaced by AI. And filmmakers, artists, anybody who's creative, and teachers, who are humanistic, compassionate, all these things cannot be replaced by non-humans. So but the jobs that parents, especially Chinese parents, really go for and push the sons and daughters to do, lawyers, for example. I'm a lawyer, actually. Lawyers could be replaced very easily because there are now algorithms, there are now softwares, and even if you know nothing about the law, there's DIY websites where you can draft a contract, where you can prepare a will for yourself. You don't have to go to a law firm. You don't have to, pay hefty amounts. You can do it yourself.
So I always tell these young law students, I said, be more creative. Perhaps your second job will be more stable if you're creative. This is actually a very difficult mindset change. I think the whole world is reflecting on education and on what the world will be like in 20, 30 years' time, and it all ends up to be, let's be more creative, let's value the arts more. But then after they say that, after such a forum, they go back and do their own things, and then it's still education, it's still examinations, and then the universities, it's still JUPA scores. But eventually, I think the more we talk about that, I think the mindset change might occur just sooner or later. That's my hope.
Just one remark. I would say it's very hard to answer your question concerning works of art. I mean, that's, and also, like, we are very much dealing with the question, how privileged must a young person be to become a student of our university? He has to be privileged by his parents, by his environments, by his circumstances, by his education, primary and secondary education, and so on and so on. That's hard to solve, but I think another thing we can deliver for society is the artistic approach to the field of solving problems. I mean, we are, and that's also a cross-cultural aim we have to follow, or a task. Artists are able to deal with uncertainty, for example. Uncertainty isn't a problem, but it's a surrounding which is necessary to become creative. And so we have close contacts to the School of Business, St. Gallen, and they are very interested in learning how artistic approaches to solving problems can be used for other fields of social and entrepreneurial stuffs. And there are fields where cross-cultural engagement can be linked to questions artistic work can solve. I mean, I think artists shouldn't solve problems, but they should ask questions, and they make propositions and invent scenarios and things we didn't know before. But I mean, I think this is something we can really deliver to society and to a broader field of society, how to approach problematic situations which are overwhelming us everywhere and all the time.
Professor Lee?
Yeah. Well, what I mentioned earlier on the, having a one standard, in education, I don't think, I think what I'm trying to say is not prescriptive, okay? It's not in the prescriptive mode. But the very fact that we are now discussing creative education begs the question, why do we need to discuss it? Right? Because education is by definition, supposed to foster creativity. So isn't it something we should take it for granted? Why should we have a forum to discuss about creative education? So the fact that we have to organize events, invite speakers, all this have such a special occasion to discuss it means that we are not doing well. Our education, by and large, have not performed. Okay, at least we haven't got distinction. Okay, in fostering creativity. So that's what I mean to say. I think we have to face the fact that the dark side. Not to say China, okay, mainland China, because of the regime situation. So even in Hong Kong, I would say everywhere, okay, everywhere. The mainstream society expects we educators tells people how to comply, by and large. So creativity exists only at the periphery. And then only when we have too little of that periphery, then of course, we find this is problematic. But we have too much, okay, that's again, not too good as well. So I think we're always struggling to find equilibrium. But as educators, we have to face the fact that we have to admit the dark side of education, and also to always try to rescue, creativity from our acts. So I think this is also always an inherent dilemma that we have to face. Yeah. And maybe I can elaborate a little bit. City University experience, actually, our little experiment, I would say this is still ongoing, okay? How to promote creativity in education. Other than, our elaborate exchange program, which actually in part address the question about the scale, we do have very ambitious objectives to actually make it not something, a privilege, okay, of a small group of students only, but we aspire to have up to 60% of students having that experience. We believe that, of course, ideally everybody will have that experience, but we simply have to, implement it in good time. And we also believe that once we reach a critical threshold, even for those who don't themselves have that direct experience of going out, okay, then because they have seen enough people coming in, right? And then there are other peers also going out. As long as we don't create that feeling that, if you are not within the 60% who have that direct experience, you are second-class students, okay? So this is something we need to avoid. Then I think, everybody can have some positive spillover effects of that experiences. I think this is what we try to achieve. And secondly, we already make it an objective in our strategic plan of our curriculum that we have to enhance this discovery elements in all of our programs and teaching programs and experience. By discovery, which means that, well, again, we are admitting that sometimes we are not doing the things we take it for granted, okay? Because we would believe that we should, well, why we need to stress discovery in our education and university education? Aren't we doing this all the time? Yes, we should, but we don't think we are doing enough, okay? So that's why we have make it a goal that we have to make all our programs discovery enriched.
多謝Professor Lee。咁我睇時間就今日到5點鐘，我哋今日完啦嚇。咁就但係聽日咧，我哋仲有一場嘅3點。咁聽日又有更多嚟自香港同埋海外嘅嘉賓繼續傾教育呢個問題。當然教育就係一個即係頭先講係永遠都討論唔完嘅嚇，即係因為人類繼續存在就一定會繼續有問題㗎嘛，係咪？咁所以人類所以繼續有好多問題要討論啦嚇。咁教育呢個一定係一個問題。咁今日好多謝4位嘉賓咧，同我哋分享佢哋嘅經驗，所以俾大家俾啲掌聲我哋嚇。亦都好多謝大家參加呢個我哋呢個論壇啦。咁希望大家如果未留低你嘅聯絡方法咧，可以出去留低。我哋因為之後如果有啲咩消息或者我哋嗰個關於我哋嗰個課程嘅一啲資訊咧，可以發翻俾大家嚇。多謝大家，拜拜。